So these questions are from a paper 5, so calculators are not allowed. We're going to do 3 root 2 times root 6. So if you do root 2 times root 6, that's going to make root 12, and it's still all times by that 3. Now we haven't really simplified that very much. There is a square number that goes into 12, which is 4. So I can say that 12 is the same thing as 4 times 3. The square root of 4 I know is 2. So you times that by the 3 that is already there. So the answer to this one should be 6 root 3. The next one is rationalising the denominator. So it's where you times the top and the bottom by the square root that's underneath. So it would be times the top by root 2 and also times the bottom by root 2 as well. So the top bit, 6 times root 2 is 6 root 2. And root 2 times root 2 is just 2. Now can you simplify that any more? Well, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So actually that would just be 3 root 2. The next question is 16 to the power of a half. So when it's a fraction, that means we're going to square root it. Sorry, not square root it necessarily. It's going to be a rooting question. Because this one's got a 2 on the bottom, we are going to square root it. So it would be the square root of 16. So you just put 4. Writing 7 over 11 as a recurring decimal. So when you need to do this, remember the line there means divide. So we want to do 7 divided by 11. So I need to put 7 under the bus stop, and then the 11 goes there. Obviously 11 isn't going to go into 7, so if I put a point and a load of zeros, 11's into 7 won't go, so I put 0 and carry the 7 over. 11's into 70, that will go 6 times, remainder 6. 11's into 60, well 5 11's are 55, remainder 5. 11's into 50, so 4 11's are 44, and then that's going to give me a remainder of 6. 7's into 60 is going to be 5 again, remainder 5, and then you can see this is going to keep happening, isn't it? If I extend the zeros here, 11's into 50 would go 4 times, remainder 6, and it's going to keep going like that, so 4 5 4. So in terms of writing the answer, it would be 0.654, and it's the 5 4 that keeps repeating, so I need a dot on the 5 and a dot on the 4. Right, part B is writing 0.36 recurring as a fraction. So if I say that x is 0.36 recurring, so that would look like this. 10x, if I multiply that by 10, would be 3.66666. And we're looking for where it matches up after the point. Now this one is 3 6 after the point, this one is 6 6 6, so they're different. So I'm going to multiply by 10 again. So that's going to give me 36.666. And now you can see that is the same as that. So I need to minus these. So 100x take away 10x is 90x. And 36 take away 3, because the 0.6's will cancel, 36 take away 3 is 33. So x would be 33 over 90. Can I simplify this? Because it does say in its lowest terms. Well, I can divide them by 3. So I'd get 11 over 30. There's nothing else that you can do with that, so the answer should just be 11 over 30. The next question, we know that 168 is 2 cubed times 3 times 7. So I've got to work out the lowest common multiple of that and 30. So if I work out the factorisation for 30, I get 2 times 3 times 5. So I'm going to put this into a Venn diagram. So I'm going to say this one is 168 and this one is the 30. So looking at the factorisations, what have I got in both? I've got a 2 cubed in this one and just a 2 in that one. So I can put 1 2 in the middle. I've got a 3 in that one and a 3 in that one, so that can go in the middle. I've got a 7 here but no 7 here, and I've got a 5 in this one, no 5 in that one. So that's all that can go in the middle. I now need to finish the circle for 168. So 2 cubed, well I've already got one of the 2's, I need to put 2 more in so that there's 3 of them. I've already got the 3, but I need a 7, so that's going to go in there as well. And then the 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. I've already got the 2 and the 3, I need to put the 5 in there. So the lowest common multiple is where you multiply now all these numbers together. So the highest common factor is the one where you just do the middle. Lowest common multiple, you have to do all of them in the Venn diagram. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. Now this is a non-calculator paper. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Times 5 is 40. I'm just going to do it in this way around. Then I've got 40 times 3 is 120. And 120 then times by finally the 7. Well, 7 times 12 is 84. So it would be 840. Right, the final page. So question 4. When you get this kind of question where it's talking about activities and you've got then that some people didn't do any of them or some people did both of them, it's going to be a Venn diagram really that's going to help you with this. So we've got walking, top up at W, and sailing. We know 3 did neither. So with Venn diagrams, you should always try and fill in either the outside or the middle. Those are the best bits to try and fill in first. So if I take the 3 off the 50, you get 47. So I know that these 3 numbers here should be adding up to 47, so that when I add the 3, it makes the 50. Now, the trouble with this is that you can't just put 40 here and 18 here. It's not allowing for anything here overlapping. So if I add the 40 and the 18 together, that's going to give me 58. I want the numbers to be adding up to 47, not 58. So you've got to see how many over the 47 we are. Well, to get from 47 to 58, I'd have to add 11. So that is what goes in the middle. And I now know that 40 took part walking, so that circle should be adding up to 40. So I'm going to take off the 11, so that would be 29. I now want the sailing circle to add up to 18. If I've already got 11, this needs to be 7. And now one of the people who walked is chosen at random. So find the probability that this person also sailed. So I know that this person walked. That means they are definitely coming out of this circle here, which adds up to 40. So it's going to be something over 40. The probability that they also sailed, well, you're looking at how many are also in that S circle, which is this 11 here. So it would be 11 over 40. Question 5 is completing the square. So to get the number here, A, I need to divide this by 2. So that's going to be 3. So it would be x minus 3 squared. Minus 3 squared, remember when you square it, it's always positive. So that is 9. To get to 11, I would need to add 2. Question 6. You basically just need to solve this inequality. For some reason, this tends to throw off a lot of students, the fact you've got a number line there, but it's just solving that inequality. There's no x squared, so you put your lines down. Minus 3x, so you get 5x plus 5, and that's minus 10. I want to get rid of the plus 5, so minus 5. So 5x is less than minus 15, and then divide by 5, x is less than or equal to minus 3. So looking at what Martha has done, she has put a circle on minus 3, but these values are all bigger than minus 3, and we want the ones that are less. So basically it should be going this way. Obviously that's not really explaining. So explaining it, you could just put something like the arrow should be going the other way. Now obviously it was a 4-mark question. You need to make sure you have also shown this. So the arrow should be going to the left. Right, the next one is finding the equation of the line between those 2 points. So if we work out the gradient, that's going to be 11 minus 3 over 2 minus minus 2. So that is 8 over 4, which is 2, sorry, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. So it's going to be y minus y1, which is 11, equals 2x minus 2, because x1 is 2. So y minus 11 equals 2x minus 4, and add the 11, you should get 2x plus 7. Final one, 5 times 2 is 10. Numbers that multiply to get 10 that we can make 7 from is 5 and 2. So put 5x at the beginning, plus 5 plus 2, because we're trying to make 7. This one will simplify to x plus 1. So therefore the values of x is either that x equals minus 1 or 5x equals minus 2, which means x is minus 2 over 5.